So the red line is f of x plus 1 equals x plus 1. So fx equals x plus 1. The blue line is g of x equals 2x minus 2. Happy enough with that? If I was to use mx plus c, what does that tell me? Slope of 2, intercept of? Exactly. Minus 2 is your intercept, and 1 across 2 up, 1 across 2 up, slope of 2. What about the red one? Intercept of 1, slope of 1. 1 across 1 up, 1 across 1 up, 1 across 1 up. We can see that they actually meet the description. Both of them meet the description of each other. Now, what is the point of interception? Very easy. Everybody gets full marks. Come on, what do we get? 3 and 4. Okay. Now, what does f of x and... Sorry, what is the mean of f of x equals g of x? Well, it means the output of the f function equals the output of the g function for the same input. So essentially, the same input causes the same output in both functions, in both lines, yeah? So if you really want to sum it up like this, same x value causes the same y value in both lines. I'm going to pause there because I feel I lost. Everybody see the point 3, 4? Yeah? This means an input of 3 causes an output of, but it does it for both lines. Do you get what I'm saying? It does it for the red line and the blue line at the same time. So what f of x equals g of x basically means is what x value causes the outputs to be the same. Because f of x means output and g of x also means output. So it's what x value causes the outputs to be the same. Sorry. What input causes the outputs to be the same? And we know the answer. The answer is 3. Now check this out. You can actually do this algebraically. You can do this algebraically by putting the red equation equal to the blue equation. Look what happens. Look what happens when we put them equal to each other. Everybody see this here? See, that's the red one equals the blue one. Does everybody see that? And look what happens when we solve it. So we're solving x plus 1 equals 2x minus 2. Look what happens. I'm going to bring the x to the right and the 2 to the left. What happens? 2x take away x is the same as 2 plus 1. 2x take x? X equals 3. 3 is the value of the intercept. Is the x value of the intercept. Hence, it gives you the x value when both functions are the same. Gives you the point of intersection. Okay, that's all it does. Is there another way of finding the point of intersection of two lines beside drawing the graphs? Yes. It's called, we basically use simultaneous equations. So, simultaneous equations. Or simultaneous equations. If f of k has the same value of g of k, write down the value of k. This is an awkward one. Okay, I'll explain why it's a bit awkward. Okay. What does fk mean, guys? It means k is the input for the f equation. And what does gk mean? K is the input for the g equation. And I think we're all right here because look what we can do. Does everybody see f of x? Fk means replace x with k. Gk means what? So we're just going to put them equal to each other because it says they're equal to each other. It says they're the same value. So I'm just going to get k plus 1 equals 2k minus 2. And I'm going to do the exact same thing I did earlier. I'm going to end up with 3 equals 2k minus k. K equals 3. It's the same. Now, are we all agreed there's only one function? What's the name of the function? Is it fx, gx, or what is it? It's fx. So everybody agreed that's y equals fx right there. Okay. Now, f3 means what output is caused by an input of 3?
4.
That is the correct answer. The 0.34. Output of 3 causes... Input of 3 causes an output of 4. Excellent. What about f0? An input of 0 causes 0, 1. So that's an answer of 1. What about f minus 4? An input of minus 4? Yeah, minus 4 minus 3. So an input of minus 4 causes an output of minus 3. Are we all okay with that first question? Question 4 is different. Question 4 is, can anybody explain the difference between fx equals minus 2 and f minus 2? What's the difference between these two questions? Yes. What input causes an output of minus 2? While the second one is what output results of an input of minus 2?
Minus 3.
So what we're looking for is where is the y value equal to minus 2? You're correct. See this point here? This point here has an output of minus 2 because it's level with minus 2 on the y-axis. So what input caused that to happen? Minus 3. So the answer is minus 3. Oh, sorry, the x value is minus 3. Okay. Question 5. What input causes an output or y value of 6? How do you know it's 5? It's this point up here, isn't it? Which is level with the 6. Which is the point 5, 6. So the answer is 5. You ready, guys? Now, interception means most lines, unless they're perfectly flat or perfectly vertical, most lines will hit the x and y axis in what we call intercepts. So for example, this line here, it has a y intercept of what, guys? Would you agree, roughly 0.5? And an x intercept of 3.0. Would you be happy with that? Would you be happy that every line has 2 intercepts unless it's perfectly flat or perfectly vertical? Agreed? Now, how do we find these intercepts by using the equation? Well, it's very easy. On the y-axis, what's guaranteed? On every point on the y-axis, what's guaranteed? The x value is guaranteed to be 0. So what you're doing is you're saying the x value is 0. And then you're replacing in 0. And then what happens? 2 times 0? And then y equals 4. And what you're saying is 0, 4. Okay? Next thing you're doing is, next one you're saying, well, I need to find the x-axis. What's guaranteed on the x-axis? Y is always 0 on the x-axis. So you go back and this time you put y equal to 0. And what happens when y equals 0? 2x equals 4. And x equals 2. This is the point 2, 0. And long behold, you have your line. Everybody happy with that? And it continued beyond both points because this line goes on forever in both directions. Now we got to do the same thing for the other line. What's the first thing I'm going to do? Put the y value equal to 0. And what's left then? x equals 2. That's the point 2, 0. It's actually the same point we had earlier. And then what am I going to do next? Put the x value equal to 0. And what happens then? 0 minus y equals 2. And then y equals. And that's the point 0 minus 2. And that's this point down here. And the second line, as it turns out, looks like this. Where did the two lines hit each other? 2, 0. Okay.